Conditional tense. Type 3. Part 1. You should remember that a conditional sentence is composed of two parts: if clause and main clause. For example, if I had seen Mary, I would have told her. In this sentence, if I had seen Mary is the if clause. I would have told her is the main clause. As the name suggests, this conditional is used when we want to say something opposite to something that happened in the past already. In other words, you would like to say what happens if the thing happens in another way round. Look at the following two examples. Situation 1. Last week, you wanted to buy Mark 6. But you did not have. However, the numbers drawn were exactly the same as those you had wanted to buy. So you can say, if I had bought Mark 6, I would have won the first prize. Situation 2. It rained yesterday, so we cancelled our picnic. If it hadn't rained yesterday, we wouldn't have cancelled our picnic. So you can say, it hadn't rained yesterday, we wouldn't have cancelled our picnic. So type 3 conditional tense is used to talk about a past, impossible case. Note about the verb forms. Case 1. Sometimes we use should have, could have, might have, instead of would have. For example, if you had bought a lottery ticket, you might have won. Case 2. The question form in the main clause. For example, if it had rained yesterday, would you have stayed at home? If it had rained yesterday, what would you have done? Do you understand the questions? Case 3. The passive voice of verb in the main clause. For example, I left my mobile on the table, so it was stolen. If I hadn't left my mobile on the table, it wouldn't have been stolen. So remember the form of the verb in the main clause when it is in the passive voice. Would have, plus been, plus past participle. Now do the exercise to test yourself. By exercise. Fill in the blanks with the verbs in brackets. Use the type 3 conditional tense. If the weather had been nice, they would have played football. If we had gone to a good restaurant, we would have had a better dinner. If John had learned more words, he would have written a good report. If the teacher had explained the homework, I would have done it. If they had waited for another 10 minutes, they would have seen the pop star. If the police had come earlier, they would have arrested the burglar. If Alex had asked me, the documents would have been emailed earlier. If Tara had been free yesterday, I would have invited her.